to the Moda Center in Portland, Oregon.
It's an NBA Friday night brought to you by ESPN on EA Sports as we get set for a matchup between the Portland Trail Blazers and the Golden State Warriors.
All right, as this game gets underway, what's the key to success for Portland today?
You can't speak about Klay Thompson without mentioning Steph Curry. And likewise, you can't mention Steph Curry without talking about Klay Thompson. I see them as a tandem. Their play last year gives you pause to say, this is a special offensive backcourt.
The Warriors coming off an excellent defensive win in their previous game against the Lakers. Jeff, that defense was smothering right from the opening tip.
And Mike, never underestimate great defense in our league. When you do as many good things defensively as they did, it's hard to beat. Blocking shots, forcing turnovers, talking. It was just an excellent display of fundamental defensive basketball.
Gets to the rim, and he's fouled. Andrew Bogut picks up his first foul of the night. And Noah Vonleh will get to the free throw line to shoot. He's shooting 88% from the line this season. And he hits the first free throw.
What a strange and difficult offseason for the Portland Trail Blazers, Jeff. They lost 4 of their 5 starters. Damian Lillard has a lot of responsibility this year.
This guy, Damian Lillard, is going to have a great year at both ends for Portland to have a chance. He's going to have to obviously be great offensively for the Portland Trail Blazers to achieve more than the critics think they can.
2 minutes. Pass to the corner. To the rim. He says no, but the ref says foul. Call against McCollum. That's his first. And Andrew Bogut will go to the line with under 2 minutes to go in the first.
Hey, you can't allow easy baskets. You've got to foul these bad free throw shooters, put them to the line, and see if they can earn their points at the charity stripe.
This season, a huge season for Draymond Green. He was so versatile last year, now has the big contract. Perhaps feels a little pressure that he's got to perform this year.
Money Green is my new nickname for him, Mike. But he deserved it. He earned it. His play, his versatility, his competitive juice had such a huge impact on the Warriors winning. And I don't think there has to be anything to change for his formula of success. He should not feel more pressure to score, just continue to do his job and do it at a very, very high level.
Bogut the rebound. He's averaging 7 rebounds per game this season. Thompson making the defense work with excellent ball movement. To the basket, gets to 2. Lucky roll.
You need guys who can make shots under duress and pressure. That was a well-defended possession, but that man stuck it even against the best defense.
McCollum against Thompson. To Plumlee. He's averaging 7 rebounds per game this season. It's good. Gorgeous pass for the assist.
4-2.
Portland's leading Golden State by a score of 6-2. Curry against Lillard. To the rim, and a nice finish at the basket.
Sometimes the simplest plays are the hardest ones to execute. Good layup.
Adjusting on the shot. Oh, he got hit, and they call it. Draws the foul, called against Green. That'll be his first. And Damian Lillard will get to shoot 2 free throws from the line.
I love the way the NBA player can contort his body, take contact, and get the ball up to the basket even when being fouled hard.
And he makes them both.
Portland's leading Golden State by a score of 8-4. Thompson, double team closing in. And C.J. McCollum with more good effort, forcing that tough shot.
Hey, that's outstanding defense right there. A little bit of a settle offensively, but it was caused by very good defense. You've got to make people miss in this league. You just can't hope they miss. You make them miss, you get a bucket, and now you're starting to work your way back into a manageable margin.
Final seconds of the quarter just flips it up. So the first quarter comes to an end. Portland's up by 4. We'll have more Friday night NBA from ESPN after the break. So a good start to this one. After the first quarter, we begin the second in a fairly tight game. Neither team able to get control.
No, but it was a good tone set by both teams in that they established the way they wanted to play the game here tonight.
A ferocious slam.
Oh, look at the athleticism exploding up to finish with the hammer.
Lillard moves into the front court. Screen set nicely. Lillard on the drive. Oh, rejected by Bogut. Steph Curry's been the MVP candidate, but Klay Thompson, sometimes he gets overshadowed on how many things he does for this team, Jeff.
You can make a strong argument that Klay Thompson is the best two-guard in the league when you factor in his defensive ability. He is so improved defensively from when he first came into the league to now. He can guard point guards. We've seen him match up in the playoffs with Chris Paul. You can see him taking threes. He can lock down twos. I don't think Klay Thompson will ever get his just due because defense is far too often overlooked.
And Mason Plumlee will go to the line with under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Knocks down the first one. The Blazer fans still waiting for another championship. It's been a long time since that 77 team coached by the great late Jack Ramsey. But this team has the young pieces in place that gives fans hope for a possible title.
I agree. They play Jack Ramsey type basketball, passing, moving, sharing the ball. And remember back, Mike, when we go into Terry Stotts, the coach's office, and he has the beautiful picture of Jack Ramsey above his desk. It just reminds you of the great tradition Portland Trail Blazer basketball has and always will have.
Jeff, we spoke earlier about Klay Thompson being underrated. Reminds you a little bit like Scottie Pippen playing under the shadow of Jordan, or James Worthy under the shadow of Magic.
Are you kidding, Mike? Did you just compare Steph Curry to Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson? Is that what just happened here? Are you kidding me?
He's one of the best shooters we've ever seen. Why not?
Hey, message to Mike. They dominated over a long period of time. Stop the nonsense.
Portland with Lillard has been a playoff team, Jeff, but you lose Lopez, Aldridge, Batum, and Matthews. How does this team stay in contention to get a playoff berth?
The short answer, Mike, they don't. They don't. They're not good enough. Terry Stotts, a terrific coach. Damian Lillard, an all-star point guard. But you go down that starting lineup, and they just don't have enough punch to compete in the Western Conference. It's going to be a growing year in Portland, and hopefully a good one.
Jeff, remember when our buddy Mark was coaching the Warriors and he called Curry and Thompson the greatest shooting backcourt in the history of the game? We mocked him back then, but he might be right.
Yeah, I said, there goes that fool talking again. But hey, the fool was right. The Splash Brothers are the absolute best shooting backcourt of all time. Mark Jackson got it right.
Sends it to the corner. Inside. The whistle and a foul called against Green. And Noah Vonleh will go to the free throw line. He's 2 for 2 from the line here tonight.
Hey, you don't see strength like that very often. The way he got fouled just to get the ball up into the rim was a great achievement.
Good free throw shooting knocks down a pair. Portland's leading Golden State by a score of 13-10. To Barnes.
1 minute remaining in the second quarter.
For the layup. Jumper off the mark that time.
Hey, if you want to have a comeback and you're in range to make that comeback, you have to defend like this. The guy's a very good shooter, but you made him take a tough shot. That's how you work your way back into the game. Defend and rebound.
Green in possession. Curry for two, puts it up. And Stephen Curry with a nice play.
Hey, you can only control what you can control. The defense there was great. It was just a better shot.
Oh, excellent screen. Lillard for three with another shot. Green against Plumlee. From the corner, a three-pointer. Bang. Final seconds. And time expires here to end the first half. The Trailblazers up by 1. Stay tuned for more Friday Night NBA presented by ESPN on EA Sports after this timeout.
The Trailblazers didn't score a lot of points, but they do have the halftime lead. Of course, the most important lead is the one at the end of the game with the final buzzer. Their offense will probably need to improve to make that a possibility. The Warriors aren't down by too much at the half, and they've been showing off some excellent shooting, and it's ultimately points that win games. So if they can keep this up, there's a great chance they can finish with a victory. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Golden State Warriors.
First half stats. Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
Klay Thompson hasn't been able to land a single shot thus far in this matchup. There's just no way to avoid getting called out when you miss every single shot you take. He hasn't been able to get anything to drop. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
The third quarter is about to get started. We give it back now to Mike.
Portland, Oregon for the second half of this basketball game. Along with Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand. Portland's up by a narrow margin as we start the third quarter, Jeff. They just got to keep doing what they did in the first half.
Why did you steal my line, Mike? That's what I just told you off air. I just said that. That's exactly what they've got to continue to do. Do what they're doing, continue to work the game, and they will be rewarded. Jeez.
To McCollum. There's the perfect pick. Just gets it off in time as the shot clock's expiring. Jump shot won't go.
Well, if you don't like scoring, this is the game for you. If you love defense, this is the one, because both teams are really struggling to put the ball in the basket.
The assist from number 11.
Golden State's leading Portland by a score of 17-16. McCollum Rolling in. He's out on the break all by himself. Strong finish at the rim. And we'll have a timeout. They want to talk it over. The Trailblazers down by 3.
Oh, that's nice right there. The finish at the rim with the nice dunk.
Jeff, to see this progression for Damian Lillard, here's a guy that didn't go to a big-name school. Weber State, terrific program, but they're not Kentucky. They're not Duke. Yet he's the guy that's on the doorstep of being a superstar.
Much like Steph Curry, who went to a smaller school in Davidson. Lillard was well-schooled at Weber State. And you know what I like, Mike? I like when they introduce him at Portland. He doesn't wear the number 0. He wears the letter 0 because it stands for Oakland. I love the loyalty he shows to his hometown.
Golden State's leading Portland by a score of 19-18. Moving the ball, excellent teamwork. To Thompson. He's averaging 20 points per game this season. Pass into the post at the rim, counted, and the foul. Blocking called against Plumlee. And Andrew Bogut will go to the line looking to complete the three-point play.
Absorbs the contact, finishes the shot, and now works his way to the free throw line.
Able to hit the free throw, and it's a three-point play.
Left in the third quarter.
The screen is set. Create some space with that step back. Good boxing out by Bogut. Fires away from downtown. That's good. Golden State's 2 for 3 from the perimeter.
That's a nice three-point catch and shoot.
McCollum. Pass to the corner. Throws it up from deep in the corner. Green into the front court. Puts it up. Deep corner shot. It's good. And they extend the lead to double figures.
The assist from number 23.
To Plumlee. Mason Plumlee with 7 points and 4 rebounds. Third quarter comes to an end. Fourth quarter coming up. Portland's down by 10. Stay tuned for more Friday Night NBA presented by ESPN after this quarter break. As the fourth quarter is set to begin, Jeff, this game's not over yet, but what has to change for them to pull off this comeback?
Well, it starts with creating some fast break opportunities off of great defense. They've got to get some steals, some fast breaks, get some momentum, and get some excitement back in their game. They have no excitement in their game. They've got to string together some buckets.
To Curry. He's got 7 points thus far. Nails it from downtown. Golden State shooting 80% from 3 tonight.
And fans from this team must be experiencing deja vu. Why am I speaking French? I don't know, but I am. So seeing how well their team has shot the 3, it's just like the last game.
To Curry. Stephen Curry with 10 points and 2 assists. Plumlee's trying for position in the paint. Plumlee for 2. Bogut the rebound. He's averaging 7 rebounds per game this season. Sends it into the post. Bogut unable to flip it in.
I like it. I'm seeing more effort in the last couple of minutes than we saw in the first half. It may not result in a win here tonight, but the effort is something they can build on going forward.
Green adjusts the shot. The Warriors with the offensive rebound for a second chance opportunity. Lillard into the front court. Terrific ball movement. Throws the cross-court pass. Lillard on the drive. Puts it up. That's good. And Noah Vonleh with 6 points.
Read the defense. They'll tell you what to do. They get up above you on the screen and roll. You slip to the rim, then it's easy. Good pass, solid catch, and finish at the basket.
Thompson. Green. Fires away. Converts on the inside. Draymond Green with 7 points.
And that pretty much wraps it up. The rest of the game is a waste of my time.
To Plumlee. There's the double team. Unable to flip it in.
Great contest on that shot, Mike. He had the shot timed perfectly to challenge and force the miss.
The clock runs out and this game is over. The final score is 35-22. For Jeff Van Gundy and our entire EA Sports crew, this is Mike Breen saying thanks for watching and good night.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Warriors dominated this game from beginning to end. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Golden State Warriors. The Trailblazers seemed to lose their edge as the game got out of hand. It's pretty obvious the awful shooting was the biggest reason for their failure here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Portland Trailblazers.
Game track. Field goal percentage.
The Portland Trailblazers were terrible with their shooting, and I'm pretty sure that's not news to anyone that's out there. What will become news, however, is if their poor shooting starts to create turmoil within the team. Many people predicted a loss after all of those misses in the first 2 quarters.
Player of the game.
Bogey gets the well-deserved nod for this award. And for the stat geeks, here's a look at his numbers.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose.